5 days out from the Amateur Olympia, will I be one of the first people in the world, and actually first woman, to have a professional card in both Strongwoman and bodybuilding. So that's keeping me motivated and trying to get my energy right now because I'm pretty damn tired. I'm on a water load, so carrying around my gallon with me. We're doing 2.5 today. But today's a push day, so hard part for me coming from a strength background is not always pushing myself. So at this point, the work is already done. It's just about lowering my cortisol, lowering inflammation. Cardio will stop probably tomorrow. We'll just start doing steps. So today's push day. The goal is not to kill myself. That's usually my goal is to get to that special place in training where you really have to dig. Today I would say I'm like 75% because again, all the work is done. I'm just trying to move my glycogen from my pre-workout meal through me, get a good pump. So main focus today, push. I'll do a lot of, we're gonna do 2 pressing movements, starting with the Viking. And then, you know what, I'm not gonna tell you guys, you just have to watch the whole thing to see what we're doing. So first up, I'm working to like a moderately heavy set of 8 to 10. Again, I don't wanna be like grinding through the rep, and then I will do a drop set. So I was trying to get a good pump. I feel like I already got a little bit of a pump from my warm up, which is good. That means the carbs are moving through me. So only got 5. It's all good. Again, 5 days out, so I'm not trying to push through because I know how to push through that. But I'm not really in the mood to dislocate my shoulder, keeping it safe. So I'm gonna move on to the next. Actually, no, I have a drop set. So I'm gonna take off 30 pounds each side and do an AMRAP set. Again, that's better in prep. Get all that blood moving, get the pump. You're not building muscle when you're 5 days out. My lucky number 17. All right, shoulders pumped, pump cover off. For this prep, my main focus was actually bringing up my shoulders in general. I had really big traps that were kind of overpowering, so I did lateral raises like 3 times a week. So hopefully they look nice and juicy. All right, first working set. I got my mouth guard ready. I put this in because I tend to really have a locked jaw. All right, 70s. This will be my last working set, and then I'll drop it down just like I did for Viking. Hoping for 6 to 8. Good set. Push day leading into prep has been one of my favorites. Hardest part about this prep has been that come show day, it'll be 6 months to the date that I had my knee surgery. So I've kind of been having a little internal battle with, do I deserve to prep? Because, you know, I took a couple weeks off, a couple months of like heavy compound movements for lower, but it's better than it has been for years. So that's kind of been my biggest struggle this prep, is just dealing with the knee. It still really, really hurts on posing because when you're posing, you put so much pressure on your knee for pretty much every pose, and I'll go through that more later. But after a couple rounds of posing, sometimes I'm like, damn, I wear my knee brace when I'm practicing. I ice almost every night. So it's just been a lot of time. It needs a lot of TLC, this left knee. So if you guys look in the past video, we did a video like I think 2 days before I had knee surgery when I was really pushing it. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna put these 70s away, grab the 40s, and just go for high reps for this last set. Okay, so I did 20 reps. I would say that was a little bit lighter. So I really tried, after like 12 reps, I was like, shit, I'm gonna go to like 30. So I really tried to like slow down the negative and give myself like a solid 3-second negative. Again, time under tension, where in prep, I don't need to be fighting with my head, even though I am, of more weights, more reps. That's what we all wanna do, right? I got 19 3/4 reps. I'll take it. My energy is fake it till I make it. Literally on the way here when I was driving, I was listening to a podcast and I was like, I gotta put music on because I'm in like a constant state right now where unless you've been through prep, you don't really fully comprehend, because you're so tired, you feel like you could sleep all day. But at the same time, you're kind of wired, just kind of going through that mental checklist in your head. That's another struggle for me, is I am like an overachiever type A, which is a good and a bad thing. So for example, people tell you in prep, like, you have to prioritize what's important, but I tend to think I can do everything. Like, I can be the best coach, I can make good content, I can keep my house clean, I can decorate for Halloween, even perfect real life examples so you guys know I'm being authentic. Cleaned my house this morning so that it looks good for a filming tutorial of cooking we had for meal prep. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's October 2nd. I should go in my garage and pull some Halloween decorations out. Just because I wanted it to look good. I guess that's just the whole mindset of like trying to be perfect. There's really no such thing. There's always going to be something you can be better at. And that's kind of been, as I've aged and matured as an athlete, I've kind of gotten better at it. Still a work in progress, but I've learned to tell people no and just kind of stick up for myself more. So, yeah. Okay. Last set. I'm just going to go until my arms fall off. Gonna do a couple drop sets. Get sick tricep pump going. Prep pump. All right, last exercise is going to be a monster set. So I'm going to combine, I'm going to lay down, use the easy bar for skull crushers. Then I'm going to go immediately into close grip, just making sure I really hit the outer tri. And then I'm going to do a close grip incline push-up. So we'll do 2 rounds of that. It's always funny when you're doing a smaller muscle like triceps and you just hit the wall. There's like no more. I feel like for lower body or deadlift or legs, you have a little bit more. Especially on prep though, when I hit the tank, I'm empty. To end the workout, I'm gonna do again probably like a monster set because I like to add things together. I'll do leg raises, and then I'm gonna do in the mat. I'm gonna do stability ball, like full body crunch, and then the machine over there. See, happens on prep. Just that means I empty the tank. That means my glycogen is gone. I need carbs because I like look down and I'm like, oh, it's like a kaleidoscope up in this brain right now. All right, there you guys have it. That was my push day at 5 days out. By the time this airs, we will see if I accomplish my goal or not. But there'll be a lot more intense workouts in the future. Today wasn't the level of intensity that I love. I want you guys to stay tuned to see me puking, dying, really getting after it. So leave your comments. Let me know what workout you want to see filmed next. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment.